States Air Force to welcome these new airmen into our cause in defending their country and representing the values that we hold true every day. I stand here as a proud airman and as a proud uncle because my nephew is here graduating today. When he came to basic training, I talked to Colonel Corbell and I said, I'd like to officiate over the ceremony. He called me a few weeks ago and he says, here's the good news and the bad news. The good news is your nephew's made it through basic training. He still has a couple of weeks left. The bad news is the Deputy Undersecretary of the Air Force is coming down and she wants to preside over the officiating ceremony at parade. So sorry you don't get to. Well, I prayed about it. Here we are today. What a great day. I was talking to one of the folks back in the back as we started today, and I said in 1971 I raised my hand and swore my oath to the Constitution of the United States as an Army enlisted member pre-Vietnam. I didn't go to Vietnam, but I spent my entire time since then in the military. And there's not a day that I don't wake up as a judge advocate, as a lawyer in the Air Force, and think to myself, I'm retiring, I'm done. Because as long as I'm having fun, and as long as I have an opportunity to make a difference in somebody else's life, this is the right vocation for me today and in the future. Until they pull that from my cold dead hands and say, your 30 years is up and you got to go. So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to watch these men and women graduate. And I want to just take a second to say how important it is for the parents, the mothers, the fathers, the brothers, the sisters, the friends, the uncles and aunts to have supported them the entire time through basic training. You will never understand the importance of that letter they got or that phone call you didn't get because the boyfriend or girlfriend got it. I get that. I sat down and wrote Bo a few letters while we were here to make sure he had something going in. And I encourage you to encourage others that if they have someone coming down here to basic training, to sit down and commit yourselves to making these folks, these young men and women proud of what they do. Because they will make the difference in our nation. They have answered our nation's call. They will make the sacrifices for our country. And it's up to them on how they do that. And let me tell you a couple things about how they did that. Both these flights earned the BEAST, that's the Expeditionary Training Week, top flights at BMT's deployment exercises. PT Excellence for the males and females, 1 of 3 of the female flights in BMT for fitness, and 1 of 9 of the male flights for fitness. And if that wasn't good enough, the female flight 1 Warrior flight was the best flight in basic military training. You don't do that without the help of some dedicated professionals. That's their MTIs. Staff Sergeant Gaydon, Staff Sergeant Hippolyte, Staff Sergeant Amaxopoulos, Staff Sergeant Lee, and Tech Sergeant Jordan. So let's give them a round. You all are getting ready to cross over into the blue and become part of the United States Air Force's finest tradition. I've got 4 things to say to you for your future. 1, go to work and show up on time. 2, do the best that you can do to learn everything about your job. 3, do it with excellence, with integrity, with valor, and with vigilance. And then 4, as they say in the Boy Scouts, leave the campfire better than you found it. If you do those 4 things, what I guarantee you is your future potential in this military is unlimited. And that's your choice. We don't care, and I don't mean that with a capital C, whether you do your enlistment and get out and join society. You will be better citizens of our nation because of it. But if you decide to pursue a career